and welcome to FM with Concord. I'm excited to share my football manager expertise with you and help you to improve your game. In this first series, I'm taking on the British Steel Challenge, winning the domestic title in Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland and England, starting unemployed with no experience and no qualifications. With over 10 years as the admin of the Football Manager Tactical Advice and Tips Facebook page, I'm building a new community here with the advent of FM26. It's taken a lot of bad press upon its release, and I think it's time for something positive. So please, join me on this journey and do check out the Facebook group. It's a 20,000 member strong Facebook group for questions and answers about the series, from morale to scouting to tactics, and it's all rooted in in-game examples. There's a link in the video description. But enough about that. Please like, subscribe and share my videos far and wide and help me get this channel off the ground. I'll be publishing new episodes weekly. All that said, let's get to it. Well, right off the bat, there's a rejection at Larne, but a job available at Brighton Ferry, Llanthwel. I hope I said that right. I'm not Welsh. It's not the best start in the world, and we were offered a job with Conference North, Alfreton Town. But England has a higher reputation as a league and as a country, and I think I'd prefer to start this journey in either Northern Ireland or Wales, being the two lowest reputation leagues available. And so the Alfreton job was turned away. Although Larne didn't offer us an interview, Brighton Ferry absolutely did. And the interview went quite well. It's a modest wage, there isn't much to spend in terms of budgets, but after speaking with the chairman, very quickly we became the prime candidate. And this is where life begins and the challenge starts. Now, I don't know much about the Ferry. They're still semi-professional, which is something we're going to have to look to working towards changing as we grow the club. And there isn't much money in terms of spending or wages. In terms of history, the club are in their third season in the Welsh Premier League, so they have managed to hang on for a couple of seasons and they've been quite successful on their way up climbing the leagues. As far as club records are concerned, 87 goals scored in a season and 23 league wins might be tough to break, but 34 defeats and 16 points should make it difficult for us to be the worst manager in the club's history. In terms of players, Luke Brown holds the goal record with 79, and Tyler Brock the most appearances with 141, though neither player are at the club in the present day. In terms of our performance, we are very much beholden to the board. The fans, there aren't many fans, and we probably shouldn't expect too much money from season ticket sales, and in any case, they don't have a very high degree of influence over the decisions that the board make. It is interesting to note, though, that we have two rivalries with Trefellyn and Afan however neither of those clubs are currently in the league with us. The job right now very much appears as though we have one objective: stay up. In terms of facilities, we don't really have any. They're very bad, but I guess you expect that for Wales. We do have quite a large capacity for the league, though, with the ability to hold 1,500 spectators. That said, I think that even with 500 seats, we should find ourselves with a few left to spare most home games. The board are expecting us to stay up. They're also expecting us to hit the second round of both domestic cup competitions, which is more than doable, I think. We have £179 a week to spare in our wage budget, and I think, given that, we probably won't look to make any signings in this first season, and will instead try and make do with what we have, and through promoting our under-18s. Now, there is a degree of prudency gone into that decision. See, the board have just unveiled a brand new £6,500 sponsorship deal for our shirts, but even with that extra income secured, our finances don't look great, and I think giving them a season might actually enable us to be a lot stronger and position ourselves for a title challenge in the future, if this season is a little unrealistic. The wage structure itself seems pretty robust and pretty considered for the level of football that we're at. We currently have 3 key players at the club who we can offer a maximum wage of £269 a week to. And we have 2 players on 174 maximum that we can offer. The thing here is that those players that we can offer 174 to, our regular starters, currently occupy a higher average wage than our key players. So that's something that we might want to bear in mind moving forward and maybe address as time goes on. Speaking of our finances wholesale, however, we've made just over £6,000 this month, and we've spent, well, just over £6,000 this month. So hopefully that's an indication that going forwards, the club should at least be secure at a £4,000 balance financially, and we can look to grow that and work with that as best we can. The club is overstaffed, and I have a feeling that none of the staff at the club currently are going to share the same tactical approach which I plan to install while we're here. And so they will be offered mutual terminations and they can go their merry way. We will not be using the preferred formation, which any of the current staff at the club like to use, and we will replace them with a new assistant manager and a single coach just to bring our staffing levels back under control and hopefully to curb that expenditure a little bit more and guarantee the financial future of the club a little more responsibly. Owen Vaughan is a reasonably good assistant manager, apparently, and he shares the tactical philosophy that I'd like to impose on the club. His set pieces also marry up with what I want, so he joins from non-league Bro Kernew on £60 a week. Chris Owen is also a reasonably good coach. He's also on £60 a week and joins us as a free agent. Hopefully slimming down the staff will help us to keep control of those budgets. Okay, tactically, we're building off 2 concepts here. We're going to have a tactic that plays short through an opposition press and a tactic that plays long and bypasses an opponent's press. Both of them use the same initial system. We have a sweeper keeper or a ball playing keeper. We have wing backs or holding fullbacks, centre backs, pressing and screening defensive midfielders out of possession, central defensive midfield and box-to-box midfielder in possession, 2 wide midfielders out of possession and inside forwards in possession, an advanced playmaker in possession and a tracking attacking midfielder out of possession, and a centre forward in both cases. There are, of course, a few player instructions just to tag onto there. The wing backs shoot less, the defensive midfielders shoot less, and both the striker and the attacking midfielder press more. That brings us to the end of this video. Please join me next time where we'll play the first friendly and the first round of the MG Cup against Barry Town, where we look to hopefully hit one of our seasonal objectives very early. But thanks for watching. Please like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get this off the ground. All the best. Until next time.